Former Olympian and longtime Pittsfield summer camp coach Conrad Mainwaring in court today, pleading guilty and being sentenced for sexually molesting multiple young male athletes. Some of those victims speaking after his guilty plea, recalling the lifetime of trauma he caused them. News 10 ABC's Zion Dakota has more.
It was an emotional day in court as the former Olympian had to face charges of molesting several boys back in the 1970s. Several victims talked about the impact that he had on their lives in court today.
Charging you with indecent assault and battery on a child under 14. How do you plead?
Guilty.
Mainwaring pled guilty to multiple charges related to abusing boys. He was sentenced to what amounts to at least 10 years in prison. The former coach is accused of sexually assaulting young boys at Camp Greylock in the 1970s. In 2021, he was charged with more than 12 counts of indecent assault and battery on children when more than 50 different men came forward regarding their abuse. After the guilty plea, victims came forward to address Mainwaring and the court.
Mr. Mainwaring is a menace to society and especially a danger to boys and young men. He gave me a nickname. He called me Face because I had a handsome face, I guess. I was 13. Do you remember that, Conrad? Well, I hope you remember this face for a long, long time.
The victim later recalled how that abuse continued outside of camp.
Grooming at the camp and being molested. And I had put a stop to it after that one physical incident. But that didn't stop him. He called me at my house after camp, after everybody went home. He called me at my house in New York and wanted to come over and I was going to say molest. He wanted to come over and massage me.
DA Timothy Shagru says this was one of the largest cases he's ever seen.
This was probably the most victims I've seen of one individual, but many, many abusers do have multiple victims. And this is the 1970s. He preyed on silence.
Mainwaring was arrested in 2019 after an ESPN investigation revealed allegations by more than 50 men. Reporting in Pittsfield, Zion Dakota, News 10 ABC.